The National Assembly has today passed the 2018-2019 supplementary budget amendments, with the National Assembly slashing the budget by 55.1 billion shillings, of which 11 billion shillings came from the recurrent budget, while 34 billion shillings came from the development vote. Some of the biggest losers in the cuts were the roads kitty, which was reduced by 8.7 billion shillings, the constituency development fund, which was slashed by 5 billion shillings, while the digital literacy program was reduced by 5.5 billion shillings.
Even as you think of, like putting speed governors on vehicles to cut down on speed, you cannot then put even including on ambulances, because at times they will need to exceed that speed limit to be able to do the work it's designed. So the austerity measures cannot be put in a way that impedes even the work of this parliament.
If you reduce the road network, if you reduce emergency intervention of roads by 80.7 million, remember, a country without a road network in this country is not a developing country. If we can reduce CDF, you reduce affirmative action for women, you also can reduce electricity, then is that a country we're having?
The county allocations was also reduced by 9.04 billion shillings, while the last mile connectivity, street lighting program, transformers installation programs and electrification of public facilities were collectively reduced by 2.6 billion shillings.
And pursuant to the provisions of Article 223 of the Constitution of Kenya and Standing Orders 240, 240A and 243, approves that the supply granted for the services for the year ending 30th June 2019 be reduced by a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 37,603,662,418 in respect of the expenditure, recurrent and development for votes as approved in the schedule.
Despite the cuts affecting state agencies in the executive and legislature, legislators voted to allocate the judiciary an additional 1.5 billion shillings for construction of courts.
It's 1.5 billion shillings, Mr. Speaker, that has been taken back to the judiciary. The other day, the Chief Justice was complaining in a public forum, in a press conference, that he has no money to fund courts. New buildings have stalled, Mr. Speaker. Now, under this supplementary estimate, Mr. Speaker, there is 1.5 billion shillings for the judiciary, Mr. Speaker. There is more money to the DPP so that corruption can be fought, and there is more money that comes back to the exchequer, Mr. Speaker.
While debating the amendments, members of parliament said the cuts would help lower the government expenditure and reduce the budget deficit.